Hey Taurus Collective, what's up y'all? Welcome to the channel, welcome back. I hope you all are doing amazing. Let's take a look at the week ahead, November 30th through December the 7th. What do you need to know about this week? I think I'm just going to pull 4 cards. Alright, so what do we have? We have breathe to mastery. Before your mind can rest, your body must feel safe. Regulated breathing immediately signals your nervous system that you're not in danger, even if your thoughts are spiraling. This card encourages you to use your breath as a switchboard for your emotional state. That's absolutely giving me the it's weird because it's giving me the King of Cups, and it's also giving me like the Nine of Swords in reverse, right? So this is like coping mechanisms this week if you feel overwhelmed. The King of Cups does tell you that everything is okay, all is well, right? Just breathe through it, just relax through it, just stay calm even though things can be chaotic around you, which leads me to believe that this week you are going to have to tap into some breath work, right? There could be something, there could be many things that will challenge you this week, and the answer to it, the way to remedy whatever you're dealing with, is to actually deal with it, but deal with it with a lot of composure, decorum, tact, diplomacy, because this may mean that you have to be diplomatic in some kind of situation, be very civil. Okay, obviously some of you could just simply be into meditation, or it might be a good idea to practice breath work, meditation, mindfulness, whatever you want to call it this week. And you have a divine detour. Okay. So it says the universe is adjusting your path to match your soul's evolution. If a door has closed, it is because it no longer resonates with who you are becoming. That's the Death card. Scorpio energy. Scorpio could be involved. You got Scorpio moon energy and just Scorpio sun energy here. So obviously we just came out of Scorpio season. Maybe something happened in Scorpio season. It feels like this week there will be something that maybe doesn't go according to your plans, but Spirit is saying it's all going according to the plan. All right. What else? So if a door is already closed, maybe sorry y'all. If a door is already closed, oh God. Jesus Christ. Okay, if a door has already closed, meaning like last week or anytime prior to this week, this message is just telling you that it was meant to be that way because there's something else out there for you. Sometimes we don't realize that we don't resonate with a person, a situation anymore. And it takes the higher version of ourselves or God or whatever you believe in, the universe, to step in and to help us to recalibrate. So let's see what else. So when one door closes, another door opens and life goes on is the message of the Death card. Why am I choking? Hold on, let me get some water. Okay, let's see what else. What else does Taurus need to hear or know about the week ahead? You got obstacles. Well, 3 wanted to jump out for you. It says the road ahead may present some challenges. Consider looking for an easier path to your destination. And I feel like if you are being rerouted, which it looks like that's what this is, or you have been, it's because you are being pushed towards something that is your destiny, that is better for you. All right, the next card is turn down the volume. Diminish the power of negative thoughts by adjusting their volume. And that's definitely the Nine of Swords. When a critical voice arises in your head, turn its volume down like a dial. Make it sound like a cartoon character or even replace it with silly music. Notice how the emotional intensity fades with the shape-shifting landscape. Yeah, I mean, this week you are going to have to be a shapeshifter. And a lot of this is about, I keep saying this to Taurus, the collective, myself included, that, you know, we are pretty set in our ways. We are fixed. And I believe that the challenge for every single zodiac sign on this planet is to conquer the thing that is the Achilles heel in your particular sign, your zodiac sign. So we know that ours can be rigidness, stubbornness, holding grudges, things of that nature. But on the less toxic side, but still maybe problematic side, it can be that we just simply like a routine and we don't like to deviate from what feels safe and what feels, I don't know, it doesn't really challenge us. We don't like the obstacles. Not that we can't deal with them, we're a strong sign, but we just don't like anything that comes along to kind of like rock the boat. We like to just be, you know, smooth sailing. So it feels like this week, the intrusive thoughts, overactive imagination. Again, I heard the Nine of Swords and the King of Cups with this. So when you put those two together, that just simply means regulate your emotions, find coping mechanisms. If something is not working out this week, which for some of you, maybe it feels like that, but just understand it's actually working out because you got hope here. Hope springs eternal, okay? It says, no matter how heavy the moment feels, trust that this too shall pass. Your angels surround you with love and assurance, reminding you that change is truly possible. And change is the thing that we don't like, but that's where the hope lies, you know? That is where the hope lies. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have support system. It says the universe continuously connects me with those who believe in me and my vision. Okay, so for some of you, you could be getting some kind of support. Yeah, you got inevitable success. All right, it says I choose the goals that align with my deepest truths and I achieve them with passion and joy. So when it comes to something going on with you financially this week, even if the divine detour and obstacles are about your money, it feels like there's something inevitably that will pan out for you. And that's why you ended with hope. That's the last card that came out for you. Now, this could be, you know, the support system card is Taurus energy. That could be either the Hierophant or that could be the Six of Pentacles, which are both Taurus energy, especially May 1st through May 10th people, even though it's for all of us. But Spirit is saying, look, you have not only the support of possibly an actual human being, but you have universal support. You know, and so your success is inevitable. I feel like I want to look at those two. I'm not going to take any more because we will be here all day. Let me get my tarot and see. So your overall energy is that you have support. You're being connected to people, opportunities, pathways to get you to success. It's inevitable for you, okay? So your success is inevitable. That might be the name of your reading. Should I write it down? Let's see. What is going on with Breathe to Mastery and Divine Detour? The High Priestess, your inner knowing. The things that you believe in your heart of hearts, because you know the answer in your heart of hearts. Some of you already can feel that maybe something is not working out or hasn't worked out because you know on a deeper level that it's not good for you. But at the same time, or that there's something better for you, it could simply be that you are on the surface, the physical part of you still wants something. Cancer, Pisces energy. Hold on, y'all. I do feel like this is like calm your mind. You know, the High Priestess is all about closing your eyes to the outside world, only listening to your own higher intuitive self. And obviously breath work, mastery, breathe to mastery, breath work, mindfulness, whatever, definitely feels very spiritual. And this is a spiritual card. So this is your inner knowing. This is some kind of esoteric knowledge for some of you. This is divine feminine energy. This is the spiritual aspect of divine feminine energy. So the initials B or J could be significant. But definitely, like, you already know something. Some of you could maybe even feel something coming this week that feels like it's not going to go the way you may desire for it to. And I feel like on some level you have been able to peer beyond the vase and you kind of know why it's not working out. Okay, now for some of you this might be in relation to another person. This could also be saying there's something that you've yet to see in the physical world, because this is more spiritual. Maybe there's something that has not manifested in the physical world yet, but you still have some kind of inkling, some kind of gut feeling about it. That's gnosis. So let's see what's going on with the divine detour. Prayer, meditation. So stepping away from what you see out there, tuning into what you have on the inside. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So the Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. Yeah. Okay. So maybe this is something you've been trying to hold on to. You know, again, being rigid, being stuck, feeling like you want something. And it's just like, well, I need this. I want this. The Four of Pentacles is the energy of like, I'm going to hold on to something, even if it might be to my own detriment. But I also feel that this Four of Pentacles with these three people kneeling in front of him, and he's got the pentacle on top of his head, which gives me that is a stubborn energy. It is kind of like I'm rigid. I'm not going to move. I'm like holding on to a thought since the pentacle is on his head. This could also be something financial. It could be some money being tied up in some kind of way. But just understand, whatever it is, I feel like there's 3 other options coming towards you. They're trying to give these pentacles to him, but he's so set in his ways. All he's focused on is the one on his head. How could that be more valuable than 3? Because whatever that's worth multiplied by 3, you got 3 other options here. So definitely there's something here about letting something go and trusting your instincts. Yeah, letting it go. Being in the flow state. So it's like emptying yourself of whatever your preconceived notions are this week, Taurus. For some of you, this could be in relation to a person whose heart chakra is blocked. You might be sensing that this person is keeping secrets from you. Okay, it could be a Capricorn, a Cancer, or a Pisces person. And I feel like your higher intuitive self knows something. Maybe this is you holding on to something because you know it. Like, I know that I'm right about this. What is this? This is stinginess. Maybe for some of you, you even think this person, if it's a person, that they have a secret lifestyle or something, and this is the reason why they can't open up to you. And for some of you, that's exactly what it is, and this is the reason why you are being divinely detoured right away from them, because there's something that you don't know about this person. 2 of Cups, yeah, it could be a relationship for sure, friendship or partnership of some kind. Now, this could also be the support system. Jesus, my throat. Okay, the 2 of Cups is Cancer Venus energy, and it usually talks about partnership. It can be a gift, and so this support system could be that this is how this is turning around. The divine detour might be taking you towards some other kind of partnership. Look at this, the Empress. You got both divine feminine cards here. And the High Priestess does evolve into the Empress because she rules the earth. She's the earth mother. High Priestess is more the spiritual aspect of divine femininity. This is interesting. So there's a partnership coming in. This could be, look, the Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck again with the 10 of Pentacles. You got inevitable long-term success here. Spirit is saying, I am on your side, and this is a fated event in your life. Your destiny was meant for you is the 10 of Pentacles. This is your birthright. This is generational wealth, is empire building, creating a legacy, a windfall of money, maybe insurance of some kind. Maybe this has something to do with some money that's being held up. That could be what it is too. Now the Empress is sitting here. She's not pregnant in this card, but she does have 2 children, a girl and a boy. So some of you could have a girl and a boy. Even this 2 of Cups could be a sibling, a twin. Somebody could be a twin here. So let's see what this is. This partnership, there's a partnership coming in. This Empress card could obviously be you. Now, this might mean for some of you, if you have a business, because the Empress is going to be entrepreneur. She is somebody that's financially stable. This could be saying that when it comes to your business, there's something that's been held up. When it comes to your money, something's been tight. 4 of Pentacles means money is tight. Penny pinching. You know, the energy of like thinking about the long term. This might be even knowing that you shouldn't spend money on something this week. And then there's a person here that could be really generous towards you. It could be another Taurus or a Libra, but it doesn't have to be. But there's an energy of like somebody supporting you, 2 of Cups. And that is gift giving as well. So maybe if there's something that you want, let's make this not so deep. Let's just say, for instance, you want to buy a new pair of shoes. Right? This could be you maybe taking a risk, spending some money that you feel like you really don't have. I feel like Spirit is saying you don't have to do it. There's 3 other people here willing to pay for it for you. You know, this could be very well some generosity coming towards you, because you got generosity here. Maybe there is a person that you're fated to meet that might be a very moneyed, well-established person. You could also just be meeting new people who are well-connected, who do have resources. And this could be what Spirit is putting you on a trajectory of. Like this wheel is taking you right towards, because the wheel is travel. It's a vehicle. And so this is a vehicle for change. And so this Wheel of Fortune is a karmic wheel. It's in the upright, which means this is good karma. And your destiny, because that's what this is, fate and destiny, is taking you right to this transformative energy of the 10 of Pentacles, which is now breaking generational curses, ancestral karma, things of that nature that need to be rectified. And you are the one chosen to do it, Taurus. This is about being brave and putting closure to something. Yeah, breakthrough. Now, I do see the World card with 2 people here. That's unusual. Normally, there's 1 person in the middle of the wreath, because that does talk about self-actualizing. This could be that you have a Gemini, I don't know, a Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, a Taurus, a Libra, a a Capricorn. I think I said all the signs that could be reaching out to you this week. There could be some honest communication coming in that's going to give you closure. That could be what this is. I feel like the crazy thing is there's somebody that loves you a lot, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio included, that loves you a lot, that really sees you as their world, as their completion. But I do feel like this person is like under a dark cloud. And the thing is, they kept it really inconsistent with you. That could even be what this is, some kind of relationship that you gave somebody really unconditional love as the Empress, but now you're resting in your divine feminine energy. And you're focused more on yourself. And that could be why somebody is wanting to reach out to you. What does this person want to say? If this is, in fact, a person that wants to say something to Taurus here. I feel like somebody's trying to come in better, more consistent. Taurus. Trying to up the ante a little bit. They could be bringing you a gift, especially with you sitting in this Empress energy. Maybe some of you have 2 kids, maybe with this person, maybe not. But maybe they're even bringing a gift to your children. The Tower. Okay. Scorpio, Aries energy. The Justice card. Somebody feels like they came into your life like a wrecking ball. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, the Justice card and the Tower gives me somebody feels like they did something destructive here. The way something ended, you know, it's kind of giving me like temper. Like somebody lost their cool. Now, that doesn't mean that they argued with you, even though this can be really bad arguments. It feels more like somebody blew their top. And you see the crown is sitting right on top here. Now, this crown, when this tower goes through what it goes through, explodes or whatever, this crown is supposed to be one of the first things that comes crashing down because it represents ego. It represents the idea that somebody thought they had something figured out, right? And I feel like there's 2 messages I'm getting. The Justice card can be an apology, wanting to make things right, wanting to meet someone halfway, taking accountability, being responsible, operating in integrity. So it could be a Libra, a Scorpio, an Aries. It could be anybody at this point. It just feels like you had a lot of majors. Wow. Out of 6 cards, 4 of your cards are major. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the first message I'm getting, that there is something, a trauma, some kind of wound that somebody inflicted upon you. And that could be why you're doing this breath work, because you're just like, wow, I didn't expect that to happen, because this is some kind of abrupt change, something that you did not see, something somebody said or did that you're just like, oh, really? But this is like balance being restored. And for others of you, the divine detour is saying that something is not solid. So if it's plans that you have, if it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's a financial situation, a living situation, the Tower is shaky. Like, God is like, no, that's not good enough for you. I don't care if it's a mansion, it's not good enough for you. I got a bigger mansion for you. And this is balance being restored after a shaky foundation, a house of cards, as I always call it, a sandcastle comes crashing down. Again, this does represent the ego here. That's the fire element in this card. Fire and water. And the fire element is the crown. The crown is the ego. Represents the head, okay? Now, I'm trying to see if I can get anything out of this before I move on. No, I'm not going to go there. I think that's all I want to say about that. Let's move on. Okay, so obstacles. The road ahead may present some challenges. Consider looking for an easier path to your destination. That definitely gives me the Chariot in reverse. Like, the pathway is not clear. Something could be going on with someone's car as well. Maybe something to do with, maybe you're getting your car repaired this week. Something could come up this week. Maybe it's going to be kind of costly. 4 of Pentacles can tell you to save for a rainy day. So maybe for some of you, you need to just, prepare for something like that. But I feel like there's going to be a blessing in it. Like, for instance, you go to get your car repaired and say it's a malfunction, because with the Tower, it could be a malfunction of like the electrical system in your car or something like that. Obviously, the Tower with the Chariot energy could be like a little fender bender or something. But I feel like if that already happened, we're not predicting car accidents. I'm just saying, if something goes on with your car this week, maybe you go in and you think, okay, I just need to know how much this costs. And they're like, oh, well, it's going to be $2,000. And you're like, man, I don't have $2,000 to pay for this car. 4 of Pentacles, right? It feels like this Empress, this 2 of Cups, this Justice card is maybe somebody saying, okay, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to bring the price down a little bit. You know what I mean? We can, for instance, I had an issue with my car many years ago. And the car was fairly new, right? And one of the systems malfunctioned. It was actually kind of like a recall on the car, but it was hard to find proof that it was a recall. And so the dealer was giving me a hard way to go. And the mechanic that I used, not at the dealership, he actually told me, he said, I know somebody there. And he's a Christian man. He's a really a God-fearing man. He was like, I'm going to call him. He was like, no, I'm going to give you his number. Tell him I sent you. And so I called that man. And that man called me back and he was like, this is going to be like, it was going to be really, really high to fix it. And I was like, well, I'm not paying all that money for a fairly new car. And the guy was like, well, you know what? I just called you back to bless you and tell you that there's going to be no charge. I worked it out for you. So that's what I'm saying. That could be somebody put on your path that's very generous, that's very loving. This is like unconditional love. This is nurturing energy. This is maybe somebody like, I want to be there for you, support you. That could be the support system. Okay, so it could be something as simple as that. Let's move on. So what's going on with these obstacles? You got the Knight of Wands, and this is being up for a challenge. So it says that the road ahead may present some challenges, but the Knight of Wands says, bring it on. I am going to make a valiant effort. That's what he's all about. Okay, you can have Sagittarius in your chart somewhere. This could also be somebody very brave coming to your rescue, because the Knight of Wands loves to protect. So maybe this is somebody fighting on your behalf. What is the Knight of Wands? Sagittarius energy. Obviously, we are in Sagittarius season. The Four of Wands, support. Yeah, Aries, Venus energy. This could have something to do with your living situation, a home situation, especially when we get the Tower, the Four of Wands. Some of you, what's happening is you're about to find a place to live. I don't know if you not had a place to live, because the Tower can be homelessness. And you do have the Four of Pentacles, which could be money being really, really tight. So some of you could be praying really hard about something like that, or maybe your rent being paid or something like that. It's like something is going on a home front for somebody here. This Knight of Wands, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but it might be telling you to get up and go find some kind of way to get like a small windfall of money. I'm not talking about anything life-changing. I just mean the Knight of Wands can represent somebody who's doing work that might be in their vehicle. So, for instance, some kind of gig work, y'all know, Instacart or Grubhub or something like that, just for the time being, if you might need some extra little money. But I do feel like you are very determined to push through whatever these challenges are, because the Knight of Wands is someone who is heroic. He is someone who's confident. He is someone who is revolutionary and fearless, and not necessarily, I won't say excited for the challenge, but he kind of is. It's somebody that likes the thrill of the chase, somebody that likes that adrenaline rush, likes being tested because they want to prove their own strength, their own courage. But this, it says diminish the power of negative thoughts by adjusting their volume. So again, that Nine of Swords energy. This Four of Wands, though, does talk about feeling supported, finding a sense of belonging somewhere, a soul trap feeling, you know what I mean? It's also success, though, prosperity, security, something being rooted and grounded and like laying roots somewhere. Usually it represents the four pillars that create the foundation for a home. And when the Tower and the Four of Wands comes out in my reading, I get that somebody could be destabilized, but something is ready to stabilize now. So you have something beautiful to look forward to here. Now, for some of you, it could just simply be that you're getting news about something. Maybe it's not all playing out this week. But you got support system, and the Four of Wands is a support system. It's family even. Hope shows up as the Chariot. Look at that. Obstacles, and this person is getting into this vehicle. The Chariot obviously represents a vehicle. The Charioteer is just climbing in. The Sphinxes are at rest, which means that there's no movement right here. But this could be you getting in your car after it's getting fixed this week. This could be you getting in your car to do what I said, like gig work of some kind. Because it says no matter how heavy the moment feels, trust that this too shall pass. Your angels surround you with love and assurance, reminding you that change is truly possible. And this is moving on. Obstacles are no match for the Chariot. The Chariot is an unstoppable force. It is determination. It's full throttle energy. It's like putting your foot on the gas and pressing it all the way down and going full speed, full steam ahead into some direction where you know where you're going. The obstacle shows up when the road is challenging and unclear. This is the path that's clear. So stay hopeful. And this is the fastest card in the tarot deck too. Cancer energy. Something is a work in progress for you. The Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Star card. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So you do have success here. There's this corridor that you're going to be going through. And like I said, everybody's not going to experience this week. But, you know, you might have to be a little more patient, Taurus. May 11th through May 20th could be your birthday. And this is definitely your card. If that's the case, that means something is growing. And Nine of Pentacles is enjoying the fruits of your labor. Something is just meant for you. Nine of Pentacles is a lifestyle upgrade. It's abundance. It's being on a firm foundation. It's financial freedom. Something coming to fruition that you've planted. This is a seed well planted, reaping what you have sown. So there's some kind of good news coming towards you. I do see somebody here might definitely need to do some kind of gig work. What does Spirit want to say about this inevitable success? I just saw the Six of Pentacles. So Taurus, that is your card. That is the support system card. It can be some kind of gift, gainful employment, some small windfall of money, or maybe an abundant windfall of money that's coming your way. It feels like something. Okay, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. And she's showing up under support system. This is usually, for me, a hiring authority. Yeah, she's a maternal figure, but this could also be you. Look at this pentacle being handed to you again. Capricorn, Venus energy. It's a focus on financial stability, a focus on your wealth. And she is one step away from being the Empress. And you got the Empress over here. I feel like somebody's coming in to support you, to help you become the Empress. You're already the Empress, but I mean in the physical sense. Seeing it tangibly. Okay, what's going on with this Queen of Pentacles? For some of you, your supervisor could be giving you a promotion or something this week. You got the Eight of Cups. This could be a new job. So this is a journey. This is a pathway towards something that feels very fulfilling for you. You're discovering maybe what you should be doing with your life professionally. Okay. Maybe a disappointment is going to put you right on your journey here. And like I said, the Queen of Pentacles is usually going to be somebody offering you a job, wanting to work with you professionally. So Spirit is saying that you choose the goals that align with your deepest truths. And this is about self-discovery. And this is about you walking away from something that's emotionally unfulfilling. I do see when I pull this card, this always catches my attention. This snake is wanting to give the Queen of Pentacles a pentacle, but she's not taking it. So that could mean that for some of you, you could be in a situation this week where maybe you have another job opportunity coming in, or another way to make money. And the first way that was meant for you to make money, the divine detour, is you're saying, no, I'm not going to take that offer, because an offer from a snake just doesn't feel appealing, right? The Queen of Pentacles is a self-made woman. She doesn't really need anybody to give her a pentacle, although this could just represent a second stream of income or some kind of money-making opportunity that you're like, nah, this is not the right thing for me. Somebody could have a trucking business, some kind of home-based business. Somebody could sew, you know, be a seamstress, into clothing, something like that, or some kind of transportation job, something that might have to do with the supply chain or something like that. Okay, Taurus. Yeah, look at this. The Ace of Pentacles. What did I just say? This person is giving the offer back. So this could be that you are... yeah, because there's something else here. The Queen... I'm sorry, not the Queen of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Taurus, that's you. And this could be a gift for sure. And this is definitely support. It's moral support more than anything else. But again, it's your soul drive. There's something this week that's going to feel like a big no for you. It may start off feeling like it's good, but the divine detour is that you're saying no, because there's something else that you're wanting to focus on, and it could be self-employment. And this is interesting because when a student is ready, the teacher will appear, and it says that you have support coming in, and this is definitely moral support. Could be another earth sign, namely another Taurus. This is beautiful. I feel like there's something I don't know. I mean, this could be somebody just giving you some kind of financial advice. Somebody giving you some guidance here. This is guidance. I feel like you're being pulled in a different direction. And I see you maybe training for a new job or considering taking some other opportunity, because you're giving the pentacle back. And this is Spirit's hand. So if you're giving this pentacle back to Spirit, you could be saying, you know, I'm grateful. Look at that corridor there. This represents a new job, new car, new home. But it's like you're saying, no, there's something else that you want to do. And it could be self-employment. The Page of Pentacles is someone that works with raw elements, raw materials rather. I don't know why I always call it elements. Raw materials. Really good with their hands. Like a mason or somebody that could make their own products at home. And like I said, somebody could have a home-based business here. This could be you stepping out on faith to do what it is that you want to do professionally. Okay, y'all? Now, when it comes to love, do I want to pull some love cards? Let's pull some love cards. I'm just going to use tarot. When it comes to love, what's going on in love for Taurus this week? What's going on in love? Page of Cups. You could definitely be getting a message or an apology from someone. This could also be a new crush. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio who's younger than you could be significant. Doesn't have to be. It just could be somebody here, like I said before, that did something and they're trying to get back in your good graces, Taurus. Y'all keep getting all these apology readings, but I know some of you may not be getting it in the 5D, but just understand that's not how tarot works. It works from the premise of energy. So just because somebody doesn't act on something doesn't mean that the reading is wrong. It just means that that person has free will, and they don't have to call if they don't want to call, but they could be thinking about it in the moment that I'm doing the reading. I always share this. I've watched tarot for years before I started my own channel. And I used to read for myself, but before I got on YouTube, I watched other readers, and my favorite, she's no longer on YouTube, and she was just so good. But whatever the case, she kept saying something in her reading, and then random people that I would watch, they would be saying the same thing, and I was like, oh, that doesn't resonate. People have to be careful saying that doesn't resonate. You don't know everything, so sometimes you got to let it play out. And I'm like, okay, girl, let it play out. So I let it play out, and it took 2 years, 3 years before it made sense, but she was absolutely right about a person that was in my life and some things that were going on behind my back that I did not know about. And I'm just like, no, that doesn't make sense. Now, my higher intuitive self believed that it could be true, but I didn't want to believe it. And I think that's where people bring in their implicit biases. They're like, I don't want to hear that. That doesn't line up with my, you know, what do you call it? My confirmation bias. So I reject that. And you have every right to reject anything, but just be aware that usually tarot is not wrong. Okay, so anyway, you got the 10 of Wands in reverse. So this is some Taurus. Who is this person? Lord, Sagittarius, Saturn energy. Let me get one more. It's like some dead weight you dropped is trying to come back around. Could be showing up on social media, singing your praises. If you're posting some kind of highlight reel, something exciting, some kind of achievement, accomplishment, this is somebody wanting to shower you with a lot of attention. Somebody could be in the spotlight here, content creator or famous otherwise. But this is Leo, Jupiter energy. This is somebody definitely wanting to give you a lot of attention. This 10 of Wands in reverse makes me feel, though, like you've given up on this person. Because the 10 of Wands in reverse is throwing your hands up like, I can't do this anymore. Like, you could also be telling this person no, or maybe they rejected you. What's the Page of Cups? Someone's last name could be Hunt or Hunter. We got the Judgment card. Yeah, that's definitely feeling apologetic, seeking forgiveness. It's coming out with the apology card. Scorpio energy, maybe something happened in Scorpio season, or it's a strong water sign showing up, or someone in their feelings. You know, this Judgment card is an awakened twin flame. So if you are on a twin flame journey, you do have the twin flame card here. This twin flame could be the one that's turning down the volume on their intrusive thoughts, maybe a Gemini or an Aries person, and that could be what's happening here. The Judgment card is usually making things right, wanting to atone or make amends or seek forgiveness, or somebody's going through an awakening, a rebirth, and wanting to be accountable, take responsibility for something that they've done. And I am noticing it's falling under this Knight of Wands. So it could be a Sagittarius, a Leo, and Aries. Could be somebody really sexy, charming, but definitely gave you some hot and cold. We had the Knight of Swords at first. We got the Knight of Wands here. And that's definitely not a stable love offer. Yeah, look at this. As soon as I say that, I split the deck on the Emperor and the Page of Pentacles, which can be some kind of peace offering, a message of some kind, and somebody trying to step it up and take accountability. Okay, so an Aries, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn for some of you. What is going on here with the 10 of Wands in reverse? The Sun. Okay, so somebody is feeling a pull to you because you have disconnected. Leo energy. The Sun is a magnetic attraction to someone, like feeling like I just got to have you. It is being in love as well. So it feels like I am seeing like Cupid here. As soon as I said that, I heard Cupid by 112. So maybe some of y'all need to listen to that song. Like he says, we won't know unless we give it a try. So there could be somebody here that wants to give it another try with you. Yeah, go listen to that song today. What's the 6 of Wands? The King of Swords in reverse. That's dishonesty, a lack of integrity, and then the Ace of Wands. There could have been some cheating going on. This is a sexual card. Coming out with the narcissistic King of Swords in reverse, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, namely Aquarius, Mercury, and then you have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. I want to see why they're showing up as the King of Swords in reverse. Now, that could be that this person is recognizing that they've been a bit ruthless, a bit cold towards you. He's a dictator. He's irrational as well. He's not somebody operating in integrity, credibility, any of that. This could be somebody that you're just not speaking to. Sometimes this can be the silent treatment. What does he want? Why is he showing up as the King of Swords in reverse? You got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, that's somebody here for a good time, not a long time. And here's the King of Cups. Because whatever he or she was mad at, Scorpio energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, all the signs are here. But this is Scorpio moon. And this is definitely giving me the regulated emotions. But I feel like this is more you. And it's going back to over here, Divine Detour. Something didn't work out with this person because they're reckless sexually. They're sexually irresponsible or just a player. Definitely passions over feelings and emotions. And that could even be why the King of Swords is here. Even though he's very emotional, but not in a good way. This is not emotional control. It's because this is more emotional control. This is more like letting your emotions cloud your judgment and being overly emotional, overly critical. This is also a very sarcastic person. One of the things I just kind of enlightened myself about the King of Swords in reverse is that he pretty much is, he's sarcasm. I already knew that, but he's more like the kind of person that will give you that duh. Like if you say something like Captain Obvious kind of energy, like, you know, you say something and maybe you are completely green about it. You know, and he has such a smart mouth. He's such a rage baiter that he'll say things to you. Like he gets easily triggered. And so he'll say something to you. Like for instance, let's just say for instance, you're like, oh, it's cold outside. And then he'll be like, yeah, it's winter. What do you expect? Like that's the type of person he is in reverse. He could be that way in the upright too. But he has a low tolerance. And he is a narc. So for some of you, this could be a narc with some good peen. Because that's what all good sex. And this is the reason why maybe you kept dealing with them. I don't like this person's energy. I mean, the King of Cups could be that somebody is coming in apologetic and wanting to be more mature in the way to communicate with you because of the fact that you turned your attention away from them. But what are their intentions, Spirit? Oh, I don't like this. Look at the bottom. The Five of Swords and a Lovers. Yeah, there could have been a conflict where they were stuck between you and another person or just a power struggle of some kind. A Gemini for some of you. Aquarius, Venus. What is going on here? That's mind games. What are their intentions with Taurus? Should Taurus talk to them? The Nine of Wands. That could be a good thing. Sagittarius moon. We are going into the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this reading will start on the 30th. But this is the 1st through the 10th of not the 1st through the 10th. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's the 1st through the 10th of December. All right. So this sometimes can represent somebody who's relationship ready to make some sacrifices. This person can have a military background. What else? The Lovers again. So yeah, this could be somebody who's like, I'm ready to make sacrifices. Gemini energy. Somebody is really feeling affected by you not being around, Taurus. Really being affected by it. Yeah, the Fool, they want a new start. But this is like, let's wipe the slate clean. This is a very spontaneous person, Aquarius energy. Very spontaneous. It gives very much like, I want us to get back. Not even get back. I want us to start over. I want us to start over. This is somebody taking a leap of faith, maybe jumping in your inbox, jumping in your DMs, knocking at your door, coming through your phone, whatever the case might be. I do see communication message, something coming. Okay, and again, everybody ain't going to have to do this because they have free will. So some people will choose not to act on it, but this is what they're thinking right now. Their intentions are a new start with you. And the Lovers does talk about being vulnerable, being transparent, and it does talk about making the ultimate choice, usually cutting off other options. So maybe this is what has to be sacrificed. What are they sacrificing for Taurus? The Queen of Swords. Could be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that they are sacrificing. An ex. Who's the Queen of Swords? Because that's a person. card. Yeah, Six of Swords. They're ready to move on from something or someone. And this is that smooth sailing. There's been a lesson learned here. Six of Swords is about learning a lesson and healing and moving forward. It can be moving forward with or without someone. I feel like this is somebody that wants to talk bad. Okay, especially if it's an air sign. Because they feel they did you wrong. Something that's been unfair. And they're wanting to take accountability. The thing is, they're so guarded, though. Queen of Swords and the Nine of Wands, or they're seeing you that way, Taurus. So should Taurus invest in this person again? It's a gamble. The Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be up to you. Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, and Sagittarius energy. This could also be a test. And yes, some of you could have gotten ghosted by this person, Virgo energy. But this is also telling you to listen to your own spiritual enlightenment. Because ultimately, it's going to be up to you. If this person comes in doing their part, taking accountability, and look at this Nine of Swords, all that regret and remorse for something that they've done to you. If they can truly apologize, man up, woman up, and be a team player. You know, this is cooperation. So maybe they're ready to show up more cooperative. But you're going to have to listen to your own intuitive nature. Okay? All right, y'all. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment, hype the video if you can, and I will see you all the next time. Peace, Taurus.